We're excited to welcome to our program today recording artist and actor Rii. He's joined us before on Conversations Live, the radio show, but we're excited to have him here with us in Los Angeles. Rii, thank you so much for taking out the time to be with us, man.
How you doing?
Hey, doing really good. You know, you've been very busy since the last time you and I talked. When we talked before, it was about the movie that you were in, Buddy Hutchins, as well as some other projects you were involved in musically. I mean, but you definitely have stayed consistent in the work you've been able to do. I mean, what has it been like for you to see the way that the work is paying off for you?
I like it more, especially with music, because I'm able to tackle the subjects that I want to tackle and come in the way that I want to come in. It's more of a creative process for me that I get to express myself, you know?
Right. And you know, it's funny that you said that, because I was listening actually to some of your music before actually we did this taping today, and after you agreed to being on camera with us. And one of the things that you've been able to do too, I think, is to show the importance of the pureness of the craft. And I think one of the things that you've been made very clear in music, and I think in the way you live your life, is not to allow other people to dictate how you live your life and how you're going to find success. Where does that confidence come from, Rii, to be able to say that, you know what, I'm going to be able to do this on my own terms and be able to do it in a way that I can feel good about myself?
I would say the cliche answer, which is God, you know, because like he when you believe in God, you can just have your own knowing. You can believe in your destiny. You're not going to compromise. You're not going to sell out, so to say. You're going to believe that you can make it with keeping your integrity. So that's what keeps me grounded. And sometimes I just have to walk by faith and not by sight, you know.
Right.
When you're doing something different and when you're trying to break ground, so to say, it's not going to be popular, and you got to realize that you're going to be by yourself. And sometimes you're not going to get that support, but you just got to make that art, you know?
Right, exactly. And because you've been able to do that, you've been able to find a following, the following that has been able to follow you not only with music, but also with acting. Mm-hmm. I mean, what is that like for you to know that just by being true to who you are, that people respect that and want to support it?
Well, I like it because I can leave behind a legacy, and I want to be real. I want to be known. I want my art to imitate my life, you know, and I want my life to imitate my art. I want to be one, and I just want to be real with myself and just maybe change the world with my art, or like change one person, change two people, change three people. Hopefully they leave understanding something more about themselves and about the society that we live in.
Right, I think that's so important. For those who are just tuning in on the television side, or even through our web series, you're watching Cyrus Webb Presents. We're excited to welcome Rii to our program today. He's an actor and recording artist that's been able to definitely use his platform. I mean, Rii, I want to go back to the beginning for those who did not hear our radio interview. I mean, when did you know that you had a voice that you wanted to share?
When did I know it?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I got a calling, so to say. I don't know which. It's so many different like pieces to it, but I guess are you asking about the calling or?
Yeah, sure.
Well, no, I actually met someone that I've never met before, I've never seen before, and came and told me to put me on the path to what I'm doing now. They told me stuff about myself in the past, the present, and the future, and I believed them, and that gave me my strength. That gave me the word that was inside me to live. You know, like it gave me confidence to do everything I needed to do because I had that word inside me, you know, so I guess a prophecy, so to say.
Got you. Well, you know, so do you feel as though for you what happiness is and what success is for you is that you're able to live up to that calling? You're able to do what you can every day to live up to that calling that you have? Exactly.
And I think it'd be more to be revealed, you know, like as I grind and as I grow, they'll see other people understand, and then they'll look back at this tape and say, oh, he knew about this a long time ago. Oh, he's not cocky. He was just believing in something that was told to him by a higher power, you know. So this tape will actually be like evidence. You'll actually get some of the evidence. I'm that confident to say that this is like a time-stamped tape to show that, you know, to document what I know about myself.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing too, and then what other people can know about themselves too. Do you find yourself excited every day about what's to come? Because I know a lot of times when you've reached a certain level, I mean, I mentioned, of course, you know, you've been able to do movies, you do music. Do you find yourself every day though looking for that way that you can be the best of yourself?
Well, and because when I get to the point where I need to be at, I can put other people in the right position. I can open up the people that are asleep are the artists that I can give artists an opportunity that wants to do something real, but they're afraid because they don't have no one believing in them. So once I get to the point where I can put other people on, I've already been putting people on, but I could bring more diversity to LA.
Yeah.
Because that's a big word right now, LA, diversity.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
for sure. You know, I think it's funny that you said that. One of the things I've noticed in the conversations I've had here since I've been in Los Angeles, Rii, have been about, you know, being able to be diverse. Do you also find it important to not be put in a box? Because I think it is so easy to become a cliche of what people may think of when they see you or hear your name. Is it important for you to for other people to realize that there's more to you than may meet the eye?
Of course, nobody wants to be placed in a box. But as long as it's a good box, you know, like if you see me in a good box, I mean, certain boxes are good, you know, I guess, but it depends on what box it is. If it's respect, it's a respectful box, you can put me in that box, and that's what you see me as, that's cool, you know, but as long as it's not nothing like disrespectful, it's cool. Like,
right.
But, you know, everybody they're going to see different sides of me, and they're going to see me for certain things, and I'm okay with that. I think, you know, just a different way of looking at it. Right.
I think that's so true. And I think that's the great thing of being able to know who you are, you know, and knowing what your calling is. And it goes back to how we kind of began this conversation. Mm-hmm. Again, everyone, Rii has been our guest. Great conversation, Rii. Rii, I mean, how can our viewers stay connected with you and keep up what's coming up next for you?
Just go to Remastered on Twitter or Remastered on Instagram. And that's pretty much that's a good way of keeping in contact. Or just, you know, keep watching TV and keep watching films, and hopefully you'll see me. That's right. Look in the credits, you know.
right, exactly. And last question I have for you, Rii, and you're actually the first person since I've been here in Los Angeles I've asked this question to, and it's one that I typically ask on the radio show. What would you say to people out there who are watching this video, watching this conversation with you, and may feel as though they have something they want to do or may have been meant to do, but they're not doing it? What advice would you give them about the importance of starting right now and doing that thing?
Look crazy to people. Like, don't wait for people to like gather around you and like cheer you on. Believe in yourself, you know, like just put it out there. Don't stop making it, because the longer you sit there just thinking about it, you're not making anything. Make your art. Some people did art and it didn't even get appreciated until like thousands of years later. So if you're making your art to help people, eventually someone is going to find your art and is going to help them. So I look at it like that. Just keep working. Don't stop. Be different. Set yourself off, but never, ever give up. Never stop doing it. Don't worry about if you only get 1 like or get 2 likes or whatever. Somebody's watching. You're helping someone. That's right.
What a good point. And you're hearing it from someone who definitely knows firsthand. Rii, thank you so much for the time today. Really appreciate you dropping by.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. And thank you all for watching another edition of Cyrus Webb Presents.